All right, let's take a look at yesterday's price action on my longer time frame on J Signal. Remember, this is a chart right here that we use. Right, there we go. This is our longer time frame. You don't get a lot of Fibonacci dots. We've only had one buy signal this morning since midnight. We have been in a nice hard uptrend since around 6 o'clock this morning on my trend filter. So you want to buy retracements. Now, yesterday, we were in a hard downtrend. Let me show you yesterday real quick. Let me skinny this down. If you notice yesterday, look at that trend on the trend filter over here. Get that wording off. Charts I sent you yesterday. Look at the trend filter, how hard down it was. Look at that angle. It was all sell retracements all day yesterday. There was no buy signals at all. We sold. Market profile sold, profile sold, profile sold, profile sold, profile sold. All the way down. It was a seller's market yesterday, right? Well, this is a great time, Rise, and you traders that are learning the system. On the white chart over here, we have a longer time frame called the 5 Sim Renko, my longest time frame that I use. And when I like to use that is in trending markets when there's spread between the MAs. If you look yesterday, look at all the signals it produced. This retracement had negative market delta. This one negative market delta. This one, this high, all the way to the close. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades in a row that worked yesterday since 7 o'clock in the morning. And they were all sells. I didn't have one buy signal yesterday on my longer time frame. You go into today's trading now, and we look at today's trading. We check it out. Let's go over to the trend filter. The trend filter was down, then it turned back up right here. Turn back up. Let me blow it up. There's where she turned back up and she started getting spread. We had a buy signal at the control point this morning. Breakout retest right there. So there was our buy signal this morning off market profile with positive market delta. And now we just had a buy signal here. There's our buy signal after 745. Very easy long to take because the 5 Sim set it up, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So those are our 2 buy signals this morning so far on crude. But here's a 5 Sim Renko. Now, this is what sets up the difference between a smaller time. I show the smaller time frame in the room right here. The 3 Sim. There's a 3 Sim versus 5 Sim Renko. I don't show the 5 Sim in the room because I don't have enough real estate to show all these charts. But here's my longer time frame I keep in the background. All you traders that lease a program, you should have the 5 Sim in the background. I show the 3, the shorter time in the room. So the 3 gave a buy signal right here also. But I'm going to show you which one's the best one to take on the 3 in a second. The 5, if you're trending hard, up, look at the spread between the MAs. The 5 is a great place to look for longs on the first retracement. This is your best trade to take on the 5 Sim Renko because it just broke out. I just broke outside of high value area. There's high value. Remember, we have developing profile on my J signal. So the first retracement. Now, what I like to see, and this is a no-brainer trade for me if it happens, if I break outside of profile or inside and I land right on my symmetry dots. Remember, our symmetry dots are used to scale, but I like to use them for support and resistance on retracements too. If it stops right on my symmetry dots, you'll see a lot of times how I use the 5 Sim Renko. I put my symmetry dots over top of them. On hard trending markets, they tend to just come up to the symmetry dots and bounce right off of them and go. If I get a Fibonacci dot and I'm positive market delta on the first breakout of or inside of market profile, like it did, and it stops right here on my symmetry dots, you're going to see hundreds and hundreds of trades where it just takes off, especially if the trend is hard like it is up this morning. It's trending hard up. So that's a 242. Now look at the market delta right at the Fibonacci dot. It was positive 242. 242 positive. So there's your entry right there on market profile with my longer time frame. Now what you get though, which I like having beside each other, is you get the smaller time frame that conflued. You get the 5 and the 3 that's confluing in the same direction. A lot of times you'll get them where they don't show in the same direction. And here's how you trade it. If you give them in the same direction and the 5 is the first retracement, you got to take the trade. It's a perfect alignment. What happens sometimes is the 5's going the opposite of 3 because it's a longer time frame. Then all you do is this. You take the first breakout retest. The best trades on the 3 sim Renko and the 5 sim, no matter what, is the first break retest of market profile. So this first breakout of HVA and this first retracement, positive market delta right here, that's going to be your best trade on the 3 sim, no matter what, because you're breaking out a profile for the first time and you're catching a lot of wrongly positioned traders. And the first Fibonacci dot after breaking outside of HVA is here on the HVA. That's your most productive trade you're going to have. The other way you can trade off the line in the sand, this black line down here with trend on the 5 sim. I love doing that. But the biggest difference between the 5 and the 3, you just don't want to take every single Fibonacci dot that pops up. The best time to trade this white chart is when you first break inside or outside of red or green and first retracement. That's the best way, Rise, to protect yourself on a smaller time frame chart. Make sense? Larger time frame chart, if you're trending hard up or down, like yesterday. Now look at my market black chart over here. Look at the trend filter. Now watch. See how the trend filter is down hard? Angled is straight down. If you're angled straight down, you want to get on top of that 5 sim Renko. Because what's happening is that the trend, look how vertical that is. You want to jump right on top of that 5 sim and get into these multiple retracements. Vice versa, the 3, you just want to be very selective and take the first break out inside or outside of it. Does that clear things up, buddy? Okay. Now what you can do is this. You don't have to come down to this black line. You're allowed to just, when you break outside of HVA, you're allowed to come down, and as long as it doesn't break this black line, you're allowed to take the first retracement outside or inside of the 3 sim. With the 5, if it's hard trending, look at all these retracements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. Okay? Trend markets with their hard spread, jump on the 5. But they're both the same, the 3 and 5, is that if you break outside a profile, you're catching all the wrongly positioned traders, right? We just caught all the wrongly positioned short right there with 242 long market delta. All right? It's the best way to do it. Now, if you look over here on, and we're going to go over some trades this morning again. Look at our trades yesterday. Here's how you got to do this. Our trades yesterday said what? We're in a downtrend on this black chart, so we sell what? We sell red, or we let green break retest, green and blue. Remember, we sell HVA, or we let LVA break retest, control point retest, high value retest. That's all you do yesterday. We were a seller's market. Right here's high value. Look how high value stuck the market there too. Look how low value stuck the market here. Low value stuck the market, broke, retested. Look how the control point again stuck the market in the afternoon. Look at this trade. Negative market delta. So you can see yesterday when the trend filter is down, it's the same concept on this black chart as same thing as the J signal chart. Because if I skinny this chart down, check this out. Now this is a cool part of the system. If you get to this point, you're going to do very, very well, like a lot of long-term members and some of these traders outside this room that have a system that do this. If I look at the price point in time on these setups, and I look at the times, a lot of these times over here match these retracement levels over here, meaning what I get, when it's coming into market profile over here, I'm getting Fibonacci dot confluence over here. So I'm getting the same exact setup that I normally would do on my market profile chart. Remember, we only sold yesterday all day. Sell, 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 market profile retracement, market profile retracement, market profile retracement. And over here on J signal, we only sold all day. I stayed below my black line. I never got no blue Fibonacci dots. Sell, 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 all the way down. So from 46.70 all the way down to 44.30. Right? All that potential, profit potential. All that profit potential because we stayed on one side of the market. All right, so that's how you trade it. But these will match up. When they match up with my black profile charts, you got yourself confluence. Just beautiful. But just remember that the first thing you do when we logged in yesterday, so we're in a downtrend, only sell retracements. Sell red or break retest to green, break retest to blue. Look at this. Caught them all. It was very accurate yesterday. You couldn't have missed crude oil even if you tried yesterday. All right. So, and then yesterday, here's a trend. Now today, we broke outside of high value. Here's the first one. 242 market delta. Right? We had a break retest control point earlier for your early morning traders. But this landed right on the 50 moving average. Remember, the only time I like moving averages, I educate traders in the room. The only time I like is when the 20 and 50 cross and it retests the 50. It's the only time I like to see them as an area of support. I've been saying that ever since I opened the room. That's the only time. Other than that, moving averages to me are worthless. This is a natural bounce point for the market. When the 20 crosses the 50, natural retracement is there. You get across. A lot of traders know that already. Long-term members, when I get across on J signal, on the 5 sim also, I got a trend filter on here you can put on. The first retracement's usually a really good one into value. But you can tell that we can use market delta. We use market delta here for the 242 long, green market delta on J signal, and we also use it for the black market profile charts. All right, very, very simple.